Hello and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be answering a question that was asked by Yoav in my chats on Twitch, which is I'm writing a function which takes an exception to catch, and it could either be an exception or a tuple of exceptions. How do I type annotate this in Python, in particular when working with MyPy? And let me just jump into that, show an example, and how I would go about doing that. Okay, so first we're going to write a program that requires this particular setup and run the program and show that it works. So in the example, we made a function that only caught a specific type of exceptions. Catch these or something like that, and we're just going to raise an exception, kind of hard code it. We'll have type here as the parameter. And we'll do something like try raise assertion error. Hello. And we're gonna catch those particular types. Which when I first learned Python, this actually really surprised me that you could parameterize the types that you catch here, but I figured that out eventually. Caught. So if we catch it, we're going to print out a little message. Otherwise, we're going to print out not caught. And we might as well put the type in here as well. And so, if we do catch these with type error, it should not catch it. If we do catch these with assertion error, it should catch that. So this is kind of the single type case. And if we do catch these with type error and assertion error, since it's valid to do something like accept type error assertion error as E, this will catch either type error or assertion error, and that's kind of the whole point of this. So these two should catch it, this one should not catch it. And if we run this, python3 t.py, oh right. Right. It bubbled out here. We have to actually do accept exception. This was if it didn't raise at all. This is if it, catches all the exceptions. Little problem there. But you'll see here that when we passed in type error, it was not caught. When we passed in assertion error, it was caught. And when we passed in these two types, it was also caught. So this is the working example of this. Now we're going to type annotate this. So the first part of type annotating this is easy. This function returns no values, so we can do that immediately. And we're going to be using a typing type called type. From typing import type. And if we were just typing this as the exception itself, we would use type base exception. So this says TP must be some class that extends from base exception or is base exception itself. But if we install MyPy here, install MyPy, and if we run MyPy on that file, you'll notice that we got a type error on this line that says that catch these has incompatible type, tuple type error, assertion error, expected type base exception. And the fix for this is to use a union here. Oops. So we're going to do from typing import union. We're also going to import tuple from typing import tuple. And this type here can be represented by two things, either a tuple of types or a individual type. I'm actually going to use an alias because I know that this type annotation is really long, and so it's a little bit easier to explain it by using a type alias. So we're going to do a type alias, and we're going to do a union, and the union takes any number of bracketed arguments for things that it could be. So it could either be type base exception. This is what we already had. This is actually equivalent to what we have down here because a union of one thing is the same as that one thing. But it could also be a tuple of type base exception and any number of them. And so that's what this triple dot ellipsis means. I have another video that I'll link in the description that talks more about ellipsis and tuples, but you can check that out as well. And we're going to use our alias in this here. And, oh, I just realized that I have too few brackets here. Oh wait, no, I had it right. It was right. Everything was good. But yeah, this should allow either types or a tuple of types, and union just means like one of these is the possible type. And you'll see if we type this, it types cleanly. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful, or if you need to do similar things with exceptions or isInstance or ends with or any of the functions in Python which take either a scalar or a sequence of scalars, you might be able to use something like this. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you guys have additional stuff you want to see, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. But thank you for watching and have a good one.